I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. As we take a look at the latest surface analysis at midday, we have a frontal boundary complex coming together out in the Four Corners region. Going to be pushing to the east, northeast. Ahead of it, cloud cover shooting across all of Texas, Oklahoma, a good part of Kansas, into northern parts of Missouri, west central Illinois. The low just hasn't started to move yet, so it's real interesting that we're seeing moisture fill in this far ahead of the system, but that's what overrunning precipitation does. When you've got warmer air trying to move in, you got some precipitation that gets wrung out in the warm air that goes over the top of cold. That's the reason why we're concerned about some snow, some ice, all before the rain as we go through the overnight period tonight and through the day tomorrow across parts of the central and western Corn Belt. And then we'll see it translate eastward through the day tomorrow. Eventually, temperatures should warm enough that we'll see a large part of the lingering precipitation, let's just say from midday tomorrow on, come as rain. But there is still some question as to how much moisture there's going to be. A week ago, if you recall, we were talking about, how big the system is going to be there just after the turn of the month. Models putting out over an inch of precipitation. We were holding that view of the models all the way until late last week. Funny thing happened over the weekend. That funny thing was the moisture just disappeared. I'm not sure if the system just is not able to tap into Gulf of Mexico moisture as nicely. That could be true, as we still have a lingering cold front that's draped from Virginia back across the deep south. That may be cutting off moisture supply to this low as it moves in, or it just might be a track thing. I will say this, as this system moves east, it looks like the best precipitation, some of the heaviest precipitation, will still be Ohio River Valley southward. Kentucky, Tennessee, into the deep south. That may be where the big moisture is going forward. In either case, this thing's done probably by the end of the day, Wednesday, behind the frontal boundary complex. Even though we warm up on Tuesday, we're going to be seeing a sharp push downward in temperatures well below normal to finish out the week. Temperatures on par, at least with respect to normal, than what we saw last week. And then as we go on through the early part of next week, or I'd even say toward midweek next week, around the 11th, 12th time frame, we're going to start to see warmer air expand in. And I think we're going to be seeing a period from, let's just say the 11th, right on through about the 17th or even 18th of temperatures that are going to be above normal. I'm looking at this as being a head fake. Across a large part of the country, people will be like, good, cold air's done. Boy, I'm glad we're done with that. We'll see a lot of snowmelt happen probably in that time frame as the above normal temperatures push all the way up into Canada. But then as we go toward the 16th, 17th, 18th, right in there, we're going to be seeing another push of cold air diving southward across the country, and it looks like the pattern is going to be one where we stay colder than normal for the last third of March and through the first third of April. I don't see anything out there that says otherwise. The GFS model is also having trouble handling some outside influences, so we really like a European and even a Brazilian model solution a little bit better than what we're seeing right now. So look for a cold finish to March and into April. South American weather, kind of interesting here. The same setup that we saw the later days of last week are in place here right now. So that means we're seeing hit and miss moisture. We're not seeing an increase in frontal action until we get into late this week, Friday, then into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. That's where we're going to be seeing some frontal boundary moisture push up. It's mostly an eastern Brazil kind of scenario, Goiás, Minas Gerais, up into Bahia. Those eastern areas are going to be seeing 1 to 2 inches of rain out of the front, lesser amounts elsewhere. However, as we take a good look again at the 10-day precipitation map via the European model, it still shows pretty much everybody over the next 10 days combined getting at least 1 to 2, in some cases 3 inches. So there's plentiful moisture around. We're just going to have to continue to, I think, dodge some of these showers and storms as we go forward. Here, the first part of this week, there'll probably be better chances to do that than late in the week and into the weekend. Argentina, more moisture around here through, let's say, Wednesday into Thursday of this week. Drier air coming in to finish the week, and then it looks like we're going to put together maybe 7 to 10 days of completely dry air across the region. However, the high-pressure domes are not as strong, not as cool, so temperatures will stay closer to normal rather than being a little bit below. That's the way your midday forecast update is stacking up. If you have any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.